सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। The first Dhyāna Śloka. Maunavyakhya prakatita parabrahmatattvam yuvanam varshishthante vasadrishiganai avratam brahmanishthaihi avratam brahmanishthaihi आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिम् ईडे। This shloka is a composition of Sri Swayam Prakasha Yati, who wrote a commentary on this stotra. A very nice descriptive verse. Ide is the last word in that verse. Ide. The root ida in the sense of stuti. Ida stutau. Id means stuti. Ide atmanepada. I salute. I praise. I praise. I salute. Whom do I praise? Whom do I salute? Dakṣināmūrtim ide. I salute, I praise Dakṣināmūrti. This is the basic sentence. Dakṣināmūrtim ide. I praise, I salute Dakṣināmūrti. Dakṣināmūrtim staumi. Stutim karomi. Staumi. Naumi. Namaskaromi. That's the meaning of ide. Namaskaromi, namami, naumi, and staumi, stutim karomi. And the rest of the verse is epithets, attributes, description of Dakṣināmūrti. So the Dakṣināmūrtim ide, the karma of ide. What do I praise? Whom do I praise? Whom do I salute? To whom I do namaskara? That is the karma, grammatical karma. And the karma will be generally in the active voice in the first case, active voice, second case, dvitiya vibhakti. Dakṣināmūrtim ide. The word Dakṣināmūrti we have seen, one who is in the form of Nirguna and Saguna, and who is depicted as the south-facing Lord, Dakṣināmūrti, Shiva as Dakṣināmūrti. And the verse describes Dakṣināmūrti, Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam. That is one word. Then Yuvanam. Then Varshishtante Vasat Rishiganai Ravritam. And then the Brahmanishtai goes along with Varshishtante Vasat Rishiganai Brahmanishtai Avritam. Varshishta ante vasat rishiganaihi brahmanishtaihi avritam. Then acharyendram. Then muditavadanam. Acharyendram karakalita chinmudram. Anandarupam swatmaramam muditavadanam. So many descriptions of Dakṣināmūrti. So all these are all Visheshana to Dakṣināmūrti, descriptive of Dakṣināmūrti. So the Anvaya of this verse will be in that order of the words, except the Brahmanishtai, the word Brahmanishtai will go after Varshistante Vasadrishiganaihi Brahmanishtai Avritam. Then rest of the words are in order, normal prose order. And that Dakṣināmūrtim aham ide, aham staumi, naumi, namami. Mauna Vyākya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam. One long word, obviously a compound word. Bahuvrihi Samasa. By whom that Parabrahma Tattvam, the true nature, Tattva, Yatha Tatha, as it is, as it truly it is. Tattvam. The Tattvam of whom? Brahman. Brahma, the limitless, Jagatkaran. Vrihi, as Swamiji said the other day in this class, Vrihi Vriddhau. Vriddhi means increase, also means big in size. Here, how big is Brahma? Means limitless. If there is a limiting adjunct, upadhi, to bigness, then the bigness becomes limited. Okay? Big mountain. Yes, very big. Himalayas is a big mountain, big range. Yes. What is a big tomato? It's not big as big as Himalayas. Tomato big, that's all. Big mountain means mountain big, and big tomato is only tomato big. At the same time, small mountain is definitely bigger than a big tomato. Okay? So the adjectives, big and small, they are qualified. They are not unqualified, meaning unlimited, unconditional. They are not. So the Vishesha restricts. Vishesha restricts Visheshana. Visheshana also restricts Vishesha in its own way. Meaning mountain, the Visheshana, or Visheshya, the Visheshya, the mountain, restricts the Visheshana, big, small, tall, etc. Follow? Yes. So therefore, when Visheshana is used along with the Visheshya, then there are mutual restrictions. Whereas here the word Brahma, meaning big, has no Visheshana or Visheshya. It's just a descriptive word. Therefore, big means limitlessly big. Anantam, what is said as Satyam Jnanam? Anantam Brahma, the limitless. This we know, Desha Kala Vastu Paricheda Rahitam, ever free from the limitation of space, time and entity limitations. Desha Kala Vastu Paricheda, limitations with reference to time, space and objects. Limitation are not there. Also, with other way of Veda, no? Sajatiya, Vijatiya and Svagata Vedas are not there. No other object belonging to the same type, same species. Sajata, Sajati, belonging to Sajat, Samana Jati, same type, same species. What belongs to the, what has the same type is called Sajatiya Vastu. Okay? Like even table, the table that I have in front is of the same Jati to the one that is in front of you. So there is Sajatiya difference. That means this table, even though it is similar to yours, it still has its own individuality. It is different from yours. Similar but different. That is the Sajatiya Bheda is there. A tree, mango tree, is similar to another mango tree, but still it is distinct, it is different. That tree is not this tree. That is the Sajatiya. Then Vijatiya Bheda, we know. Difference in terms of other species, other types. A chair is different from a tree. That is the Vijatiya Bheda, we know. And then Svagata, the third, internal divisions. Like east and west, front and back, top, bottom, hand and leg. These are the internal divisions, parts. Brahma is free from any such division, limitation. Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Svagata, Bheda, Shunyam. Bereft of, free from all such limitations. That is the Brahma. And this Brahma is the Jagat Karanam. Brahma Jagat Karanam. And being Jagat Karana, it is non-different from the Jagat, and therefore it is non-different from me, the Jiva also. And therefore it is Param. Param is highest. What is sought? The Purushartha is the Para here. Ananda, Ananta is the Para. Param Brahma. Param is descriptive of Brahma, that's all. Brahma itself describes itself, and then the word Para makes it clear. Also, the word Para indicates the Purushartha. Like we have in the Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmavid apnoti param, Brahmavida apnoti param, Brahmavid param apnoti, param the highest Purushartha. Parabrahma, free from any limitations. And this Parabrahma needs to be understood by me as myself, as the truth of everything. Sarvam Brahma. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Idam Sarvam indeed is Brahma. This indeed, this Sarvam Idam, all this Vyakritam, as we are seeing, Vyakritam Jagat, the manifest, differentiated world, in terms of Namarupa, the truth of all this is Brahma, right? This is a type of Samanadikaranya, wherein the truth value, the reality value is sublated, discounted. Idam is Namarupatmakam, in the form of Namarupa. But Brahma, when it is equated, Idam is equal to Brahma. Here, in Brahma, there is no Namarupa as Swarupa Lakshana, correct? As forming part of Brahma or defining Brahma, Namarupa is not. And therefore, when we equate Idam is equal to Brahma, in that there is a Badha, there is a sublation. We discount, we throw away, discard the Namarupa Upadhyamsha. Therefore, this equating, Idam is in first case, Brahma is in first case. But then here, we are equating idam jagat to Brahma. But this jagat is namarupatmakam, parichinnam, and also keeps on changing. But how can this be Brahma? There we do the badha, and therefore this equating this samanadhikaranyam is badhayam samanadhikaranyam. Okay, samanadhikaranya with badha, in badha, sublation, negation. All right. So sarvam khalu idam Brahma, aham Brahma. This is the teaching of all the Upanishads, as we know. We know that this is the teaching of all the Upanishads. And this needs to be understood by me, the seeker. And this needs to be taught to me by the teacher, by the Guru. The Shastra has to be explained, detailed, elaborated, so that I understand. And that is the role of the Guru, that the Guru does. And Dakṣināmūrti assumes the form of Guru, and that he does through the teaching. Prakatita, made clear. Prakata is to what is clear. Made clear, prakatita, what is described, what is expounded, what is made clear. What was not earlier prakata, not known, not understood, now through the teaching made clear, prakatita. Now what is through what? How? What is the way in which Dakṣināmūrti reveals himself? Mauna Vyakhya. Mauna Vyakhya. Vyakhya is a feminine word. Through Mauna Vyakhya. So Vyakhyaya, third case. Vyakhyaya prakatitam. Described, made clear through the description, teaching. Vyakhyaya prakatitam. And Vyakhya, elaboration, teaching of what? Mauna. Maunasya Vyakhya. Maunasya Vyakhya. Mauna Vyakhya. And this is Laksha. Laksha, figuratively said as Maunena Vyakhya. The word Mauna Vyakhya can be taken as Maunena Vyakhya, describing through silence, in silence. Maunena Vyakhya. But really it means Maunasya Vyakhya, the Vyakhya of Maunam. What is Maunam? Okay. Follow. People say, no, some places we see that Dakṣināmūrti taught in silence, through silence. We take it, Dakṣināmūrti taught what is silence. What is silence? To teach, right? Of course, one can say in gesture also, but that teaching is symbolized through the gesture. So, we take it as Maunasya Vyakhya. Okay. What is this Mauna? Munehe Bhavaha. A description, the nature, Bhava, of Munihi. Munehe Bhavaha. The nature of Muni is Maunam. And who is a Muni? Mananat Munihi. One who does Mananam. Mananat Munihi. And what is Mananam? What is revealed in the Upanishads in the process of understanding, owning the teaching, one uses yukti, proper reasoning, a reasoning in keeping with the teaching, not an independent reasoning, but in keeping with the teaching, not going against the pramana, that yukti. Shruti anukula tarka, a tarka which is in keeping with the pramana, shruti. By this yukti, the Muni continuously dwells on the vision, the truth. Anuchintanam, that is the Muni. One who does anuchintanam, pratikshanam, continuously, constantly. Anuchintanam of the teaching, of the vision of the truth, with the help of necessary yukti, that is a Muni. And by this anuchintanam, what is done, what happens to the Muni, the person, the seeker? One becomes free from the doshas. The doshas such as asambhavana, etc. The thinking that what Shruti says is impossible, untenable, useless, unconnected. That's asambhavana, etc. The doshas. So what? I am Brahman. So what? What I am Brahman? I am Nirgunam. So what I am Nirguna? What is the benefit? Do I get $1 more? Do I get 1 rupee more? Because when I know I am Brahman. Nothing. Then what is the point knowing I am Brahman? It's as useless as knowing that the kakas don't have teeth. Okay. So, the asambhavana, etc. are the doshas. One becomes free from such doshas. Also the mala, etc. the doshas in the mind, in the heart, or in the buddhi, the buddhigata doshas, they go away. There are two types of yuktis that are employed. One is, we have seen this already, bheda badhaka yukti. Bheda badhaka yukti. And the other is abheda sadhaka yukti. A yukti which dismisses the bheda bhava, the sense of division, difference between me and Ishvara and Brahma, between Ishvara and any object, any entity. That is the bheda. And that bheda is assumed. The person assumes that I am different from Ishvara. Without any reason, without any pramana, the person just assumes I am different from Ishvara. I am small. I am different from everything else. Even though in terms of upadhi, yes, my upadhi, me the upadhi, or the vyavaharika, me, I am different from the other vyavaharika, yes, true. But then, that upadhi is only vyavaharika. It is incorrectly taken to paramarthika. That is the error here. And for that, to think that, to take that the bheda is absolutely real, there is no pramana at all. There is no pramana at all. There is no pramana to establish that Dvaitam is Satya. There is no pramana at all. Perception, etc. is not the pramana for establishing the reality of Dvaitam. Pratyaksha is useful for indicating Dvaita, that's all. But Pratyaksha does not say Dvaitam. Drishtam Dvaitam Paramarthikam, that is not. Dvaitam Drishtam, that's all. That's all Pratyaksha does. But Pratyaksha cannot prove, show that Dvaitam is Satyam. Dvaitam drishtam, yes, that is pratyaksha, but Dvaitam satyam, no, there is no pramana at all. There is no pramana at all. Drishtam, vyavahara gocharam, prayojanavati, useful, right? Transactional, continuity, usefulness. These are all vyavaharika. But then there is no connection between these and satyatvam. Usefulness does not establish reality. Right? In the Mandukya Karika, we will be seeing later, it's pointed out that usefulness does not prove the reality of an entity. Even a swapna object is useful. In swapna, okay. In swapna, in dream, a dream object is useful. But that does not mean that the usefulness for the dreamer, right, of the dream object does not make the dream object a real entity. Okay. The moment I wake up, every blessed dream object vanishes, merges into me. It is not real. In spite of being useful, it is not real. One may ask, okay, it was useful in Swapna. Yes, it was useful in Swapna, but it is not useful in Jagrat. Right? And no, Jagrat object, Swapna object is not real, but Jagrat object is real. Jagrat object has no value in Swapna. Right? Like dream object has no use, validity in waking. Waking object has no purpose, no use in the dream. No dream. One fellow eats very well, has a nice dinner, and then goes to sleep, has a dream. In the dream he is hungry. Okay. Just 1 hour below, the fellow had a dinner, right? A party, dinner and all that. Now the fellow is hungry in dream. Waking state food is not useful for Swapna. So how does this waking become real? How did the waking object become real? When it is variable, it undergoes sublimation. It is not there at all in the dream, and therefore usefulness or what is useful in waking state does not make an object real. It is useful, that's all. It is seen, there is continuity, there is usefulness, yes, that much alone. But then to say that this is real, there is no pramana at all. Pratyaksha etc. establish only the pratyaksha dvaitam drishtam, that's all. Dvaitam prayojanavat, vyavaharika prayojanavat, that's all. Does not prove dvaitam satyam. Okay. Therefore, there is no pramana at all. There is no pramana at all to say that dvaitam paramarthikam. This is a mistake. People assume that just because I see, just because it is useful, it is real. Alright. So, this dvaitasya satyatvam, and then the born of the satyatva, that bheda, I am different from, really different from everything else. And this bheda buddhi, it is not born of any pramana. It is avichara siddha. Concluded. Siddha here is concluded. Not vichara siddha. Not concluded after due enquiry based on pramana, but without pramana made a conclusion. That is the avichara siddha. That is the bheda. Bhedasya satyatvam is na vichara siddham. And therefore, this is a yukti. Through the proper yukti, one understands that the bhedasya satyatvam is avichara siddha. Okay? It's not vichara siddha. In spite of pratiti, in spite of being perceived, the satyatvam is not there. So, bheda badaka yukti. And then, abheda sadhaka yukti. Abheda, my abheda non-difference between me and Ishvara, Brahma, non-difference between the object, any object, and Brahma in terms of reality. That is the Abheda Sadhaka Yukti. Minus the wave form, it is only water. There is only Abheda. A water where there is no wave, and a water body where there is wave, they are water. There is Abheda, oneness only. Through such necessary yuktis, one dismisses the asambhavana, the impossibility, etc. Samshaya, such doubts, they are cast away, they are thrown away. That is the mananam. Till one is very clear, till the jnanam is aparoksham, the manana also may continue. That is the mananam. And after jnanam, the vision continues. That is the mananam. A person whose makeup, whose nature is to dwell in the mananam is a munihi. Mananashilaha is munihi. And that muni's nature is maunam. A muni, because of manana, becomes free from doubts, then lack of clarity, etc. And then by that a lot of unwanted, unnecessary turmoil, disturbances in the heart or in the person, they also die away, they also go away. Such a person enjoys quietude, peace with oneself and with the world, and therefore the mind is quiet. Quiet does not mean that there is no thought, okay? Even when there is a thought, there is quietude. Okay. The peace enjoys maunam, the silence. Again I repeat, maunam, silence, need not mean that there is no thought at all, the muni will not speak at all, right? That is not that's not the spirit of the word maunam here. When we observe maunam, we don't talk. Today is Saturday, today is Ekadashi, I observe maunam vrata, right? I observe, I won't talk today, I won't speak today. That is not speaking, alright. There is silence as a vrata, etc. But here it refers to the true nature. The nature of the person who knows is maunam, shanti. That is the maunam here. Alright. And this mauna, how does one get this mauna, the muner bhavaha? How does one get? By mananam. And for mananam, what do I need? Shravanam. And for Shravana, what do I need? Shastra. And for Shastra, who reveals the Shastra to me? Guruhu. So all by the word maunam, all are there. Noodles, okay? Leg of the chair, you pull one leg, the whole chair comes. Okay, all that. So by saying maunam, all the Shastra pravritti, pramana pravritti, is all implied. So that and the Shastra tattvam, muner bhavaha, the true nature of muni is shantihi. Shantihi is purna ananda. That is discovered because I am Brahma and all this. Therefore, all the vyakhya is there. Maunasya vyakhyaya. Maunasya vyakhyaya prakatitam, made clear. Aporokshataya prakatita, made so clear that I will not miss it anymore. Right? Made so clear. As they say, karatala amalakavatu. There is no doubt whatsoever. If I have what is in my hand, in the palm, it's open and I see and everybody sees. There is no doubt whatsoever with reference to what is there in it. Is there an object? What is the object? Is it not there? Is it something else? no doubt whatsoever, no ignorance, no doubt, no confusion, no mistake. That is the karatala amalakavati, clear knowledge, where there is no ignorance, where there is no doubt, no mistake. That is the prakatita. So clear that I will not miss it. Understood so clearly that I will never forget it. I will never miss it. Like even the idea, the truth that I am a human being, I am a man, I am a human being, I am a woman, we never lose sight of it. And all our vyavahara, our life is based on this knowledge. I am a human being. So clear. Right? That is the aparoksha jnanam. So that is prakatita. And what is prakatita here? Parabrahma tattva. So mauna vyakhya, maunasya vyakhya, prakatitam parabrahma tattvam yena. By whom this is parabrahma tattva is prakatita, and that is Dakṣināmūrti, bahuvrihi. By whom this parabrahma tattva is Mauna Vyakhya Prakatitam, that is Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvaha Dakṣināmūrtihi. And that Dakṣināmūrtihi ide. So Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Dakṣināmūrtim ide. Okay. Alright. And Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam, right? Yuva, young person. Dakṣināmūrti is young. Okay. Young look. In Sanskrita there is one. Young look is there. Not English young look, but Sanskrit Vyakarana young look. But this is English young look. Okay. Looking, ever looking young. But not child, but an adult, a grown up, an adult. Meaning fully manifest. Yeah, human being as youth, in youth, no, that's fully grown adult. Age of 20, 21 or something, right? The growth is complete, full. As a teenager, as a kid, the growth is yet to happen. But then, middle age and old age, there is a waning, there is a loss of certain hair, etc. That starts, okay? But then here, Yuva is fully manifest to the fullest potential. That is Yuva. There is no wanting in manifestation. There is no aspect of want in manifestation, fully manifest. That is the Yuva. And also, ever Yuva, always Yuva, ever 16, like you say, ever young, meaning Kala Atitaha, not affected by Kala. Kala brings Kala Kalayati Sarvam. Okay? Time brings a change. Time changes everything, but Ishvara is timeless. Kala Atitaha. Ishvara is the truth of Kala, not affected by, not subject to Kala. As we say, no? Namaste astu Bhagavan Vishvesvaraya Mahadevaya Tryambakaya Trikagni Kalaya Kalagni Rudraya Nilakantaya. Kala is the Agni, okay? Kala is compared to Agni, Kala is Kala Kala, the Kala of Kala, where time ends, meaning where time has no effect, where time does not, the whom time does not affect, change at all. That is the Kala Kalaha, Kalantakaha, that is time free. The time is manifest, in whom the manifest time, Avirbhuta, the manifest time does not affect the Adhisthana, that is Kala. Kalatita, Yuvanam, ever young, never subject to change, time, Nityam, therefore Nityam. Yuva is Nityam, Nitya Swarupam. Satyam. Alright. Then Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Vivanam. Then the next description. Varshishta Ante Vasat Rishiganaihi Brahmanishtaihi Avritam. Avrita, surrounded by Rishi Ganaihi, the Gana group of Rishis. Rishi Ganaihi Avrita is Dakṣināmūrti. What is as depicted in the picture, in the Murti? Dakṣināmūrti surrounded by the Sanakadi. They are the Rishi Gana. They form the Rishi Gana. And this word describes the Rishis, the Sishyas. They present themselves, Sanakadi, present themselves as the Sishya to the Guru Dakṣināmūrti. Guru is usually symbolically, right? It's a Jnana Data, and therefore the Data is always like the recipient. Suppose I receive something, the giving hand is above, the giver is above, the receiver is below, usually. So, and in particular here, Jnanadatta is above me. This is my bhava. Okay? I don't look down upon my guru, my teacher, nor do I think that, another human being, another fellow. Okay? I don't look upon that way, but my bhava is one of Shraddha, because I receive. Without which, not having which, I would continue to live in smallness as a samsari, and therefore I have Shraddha, that is above. So Dakṣināmūrti is seated up and they are seated below, around him. Avrita. Rishiganaihi Avritaha Dakṣināmūrti. And who are this Rishigana? They are Rishis. First of all, they are Rishis. Rishi means Mantra Drashta. Mantra Drashta is Rishi. What is this mantra? Vedaha. Veda is the mantra. Veda Drashta is the Rishi. Veda Drashta and Veda Artha Vit. The one who knows the Vit, the one who knows the Veda Artha. Veda Artha Vit. Veda Vit, Veda Drashta, Veda Artha Vit cha. Okay. The one who knows the Veda Artha is also Veda Artha Vit. And by the Bhavini Vritti, one who is knowing, in the process of knowing, also is called Veda Artha Vit. Okay. One who knows, one who is knowing, right? Both are called Veda Artha Vit. One who is committed to knowing the Veda Artha. Veda Artha Vidaha. Okay. Mantra Vidaha, Mantra Drashtaraha. Tesham Samuhaha Ganaha, Rishi Gana. Okay. And they are Varshishta. Varshishta Ante Vasat. These two descriptions of Rishi. Sanakadi. They are Varshishta. Varsha is year, we know. 2000. Rishi is Mantra Drashta. To whom, through whom the Veda is revealed. That is a Mantra Drashta, Rishi. Okay. Sannyasi is a Tyagi. For knowledge or because of knowledge, one who gives up one's erroneous notions, ignorance, and then false values and commitment, right? Ideas, pursuits, the person gives up. False notion. The one who gives up is sannyasi. A rishi may be a sannyasi, may not be a sannyasi also. But sannyasi need not be a rishi also. Sannyasi means tyagi, that's all. What needs to be given up for discovery of fullness, happiness, right? For giving up samsara, what needs to be given up, the fellow gives up. That is a sannyasi. The renunciate, that is a sannyasi. Rishi, as we see in the Vedas, in the Puranas, yes, many rishis were grihasthas, yes, householders. But then we have to remember one thing, we don't equate ourselves. Ourselves means ordinary people to rishis. We keep them, they are above. Their level is different. We do not equate ourselves with rishis. What they did, what they did not do, etc. We do not equate. Vishwamitra did certain thing, Vasishtha did certain thing. So I also will do no. I may not do that. We don't equate. Till if a person is a rishi, if a person becomes a rishi, then that's a different question. But then we don't equate normally rishis with the ordinary people. Still, as presented, there were the rishis, many of them had rishi patnis, meaning they were like grihasthas. Not to be taken as grihasthas, like grihasthas. Okay. Rishis were like grihasthas, there was rishi patni, etc. Alright. So, rishi mantra drashta. Alright. And three words in fact. Varshishta, ante vasat, and then brahmanishta. Three words are there. Brahmanishtai as a separate word here. Varshishta. Now, Varsha is year, but year refers to age. Right? Say, I will say, no, I am, my age is, they say, some say, my age is 24. Okay. Or I am 24 years old. Okay. We use the word year to refer to age. So here Varsha, year, refers to age. And those who are more aged, right, very advanced in age is Varshishta. Varshiya. Varshiyasu Shreshtaha. Varshiyan, elderly. And among the elderly, they are the best. Shreshta. Varshiyasu, Varshiyaha, Varshiyan. Varsha is age, Varshiyan is elderly, right? And among the elderly persons, they are the best, they are the greatest, they are the great, they are among the greatest. Varshiyasu Shreshtaha is Varshishta. Okay. They are depicted as elderly people in the picture with a white, long beard, etc. We don't know how Sanakadi looked like. It's a painter's imagination. Perhaps they look like this. Elderly, dadi, the beard and all. Okay. This is Varshishta. This is a different word. This is the word we have is Varshishta. Yeah. Okay. These Sanakadis were Manasaputras, yes. Brahma's Manasaputras. Okay. So, they stand for Jiva. They represent Jiva. As I said, even though we don't equate them with us, but here they stand for Jiva. The Jiva is very old. Okay. So, Anadi Janma, Anadi Samsara Pravrittaha Ayam Jivaha, okay? This Jiva has been traveling. No beginning. Beginningless is the travel. Anadi Samsara, okay? And Anadi Kalataha, this fellow, Jiva has been traveling. Sometimes intelligently, sometimes unintelligently traveling. What is the unintelligent travel? No. If that is the goal, then I am here, I must walk in this direction. That is the intelligent travel. But suppose I do not know where I have to go, or in spite of knowing that I have to go there, suppose I walk in the opposite direction, or doing chakkar, okay, going round and round and round, that is an unintelligent travel. this jiva has been traveling, the bagpiper, like the bagpiper instrument, like the what do you call that? The pipe, okay? The horn, okay? Like variant of travel. This is there, and because of this fellow is very old. And our age is only with reference to this body, that's all, right? With reference to this body, I am young, I am old, I am elder, I am younger, etc. That's all. But then, what is the age of this jiva? Anadi. You are Anadi, I am Anadi. With reference to this body, I am elder to you or I am younger to you. But then, with reference to the jiva's age, everybody is equal, almost equal. Okay. So we cannot say young person may be very wise and a very elderly person may not be so wise. Right? Why so? Why does this elderly person does namaskara to the very young person? The age is only for the body, but jiva anadi kalataha pravrittaha. And to that, no, and the jiva has this punya. Because of that punya, at very young age, this person may be wise or very great. Okay. And because of that lack of that punya, now the other person is, in spite of being old, is not yet that wise, etc. Therefore, this age is for referential body, we say, but then if you look at the jiva is anadi kalataha pravrittaha, and has seen so much. Okay? The fellow has seen so much. In this body, in this janma itself, elderly person has seen more than usually. At young age, when the person was young, what the fellow has seen of the world, of life, and the same person, when the person grows old, definitely has seen more of it. 60 autumns, 70 winters, okay, 70, 80 summers, etc. So the fellow has seen a lot of experience. And through the experience, perhaps the person learns, grows, right, matures. And that is the aging. And as one ages, one is supposed to grow, okay? Not just age. Okay? Not just age, one has to grow. That is the very purpose of life, right? To grow, not just age. So they have grown, Vashishtha. And through the life experiences, they have gathered a lot of learning, that in the form of Viveka, etc. Have seen enough and more, have learnt a lot from their experiences from the life. They are the Vashishtha. Alright. And among the Varshiyan people, elderly people, they are mature, undergone variety of janma, a lot of ashrama, all the ashrama, etc. And then have lived. And through the growth, maturity, they don't have any more fancy for anatma. No fancy for anatma, meaning vairagya. Out of viveka, there is vairagya. No more fancy for anatma. Fancy value, fancy pursuit of anatma is not there. The pursuit, the value is only for Atma, the reality, Ishvara alone, not for Anatma. Whatever that is bare minimum, necessary, and minimal comfort, etc., they may take to, but then not as a pursuit, but more as a help, that's all. Right? As necessary, like food, etc., right? A minimal comfort, necessary minimal comforts. That's all. No fancy for anatma vastu. Anatma pursuit is not there. As we see in the Mundaka Vakya, Pariksha Lokan, Loka Pariksham Kritavantaha. They have done thoroughly the Pariksha, Pariksha, a thorough analysis, thorough inquiry into the nature of this lokas, Janma, Anubhava, etc. All that they have done. And then by that, they have come to this Nirvedam Ayat. They have come to this Vairagya. Nasti Akritaha Kritena. And they have given up the Yeshana, the sense of limitation, and the limitation born lack, wanting, and born of the sense of wanting, desires. Okay, that they are not there anymore. They have given up. That is the Varshishta. And subsequent to being Varshishta, they are Ante Vasat. Ante means Samipe. Guroho Samipe. Vasat, vas, to dwell, to live, to spend quality time. Not just spending time, but quality time. I was there for 10 years. What did you do? No, did nothing. Just sat. I was there in this office for 10 years. What did you do? I sat in the chair. That's all. That is not spending. That's not the intelligent way of spending life, spending time. Okay, quality time. As I mentioned yesterday, ready to learn, open up for learning, be available for learning, growth. Right? That is the Antevasi, as we say. Ante Vasati iti Antevasi. They are the Antevasis. As depicted, they sit close, okay, near the Guru. Ante Vasate Rishi Ganaihi. And they are Brahma Nishtaihi. Brahma Nishtas they are. Brahma here is Veda. They are committed to Drida Vrata. They have Drida Vrata, firm commitment, keenness of pursuit. They are committed to knowing Brahma. Brahmani Nishtha. Nishtha with reference to Brahma. What is this Brahma Nishtha? Brahmani with reference to Brahma. Brahma Jnana Nishtha. Brahma Jnanaya Nishtha. That is Brahma Nishtha. As a pursuer, Brahma Jnanaya Nishtha. Nishtha for Brahma Jnana. What happens to them after they have Brahma Jnanam? Brahma Jnane Nishtha. Okay. Nishtha in Brahma Jnana. Before, for Brahma Jnanam. After, in Brahma Jnana. Either way they are Brahma Nishtaha only. Nitaram Stiti. Nistha is Nishtha. Firm footing, firmly standing in it. Not shaken by other pursuits, not like no Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham, as Bhagavan says in the Gita, Vedavada Rataha, etc. This is good, that is good. Avyavasayatmika buddhi is not there. That is a Nishtha. Drida Vrataha. Here Brahma can mean Veda, Vedartha, Veda Tatparya, that is Brahma Jnana also. Brahma Jnanaya Nishtha Yesham. They are Brahma Nishtha. Also, this word Brahma can mean Aparam Brahma also. Sagunam Brahma Ishvara. Right? They are so much, they have given themselves to the Ishvara, Upasana, etc. Upasana Nishtaha also, leading to Jnana Upasana. And any Paricharya, Puja, etc., Japa, etc., they are committed to. That is the Brahma Nishtaha also. Okay? Apara Brahma Nishtaha, Para Brahma Jnanaya Nishtaha cha. That is Brahma Nishtaihi. Having received the Jnana from Upadesha from Dakṣināmūrti, they are Brahma Jnane Nishtaha. Okay? In Brahma Jnana they are they abide, they live in vision, in the wisdom. And such Brahmanishtaihi, Rishiganaihi, who are Varshishthaihi, Ante Vasadbihi, Avritam. Varshishthaihi, Ante Vasadbihi, Rishiganaihi, Brahmanishtaihi, Avrita is Dakṣināmūrti, having Varthi Sishyas. Such Varthi Sishyas. The Varthi Sishyas highlight the greatness of the teacher, that is Dakṣināmūrti. To approach Ishvara, there must be, to near, right? I must be worthy of nearing. Even though Ishvara is open to all, when I approach Ishvara, I must be ready to go near. Not that Ishvara keeps a distance, but I need to be ready. My own Ragadvesha should not prevent me from nearing Ishvara. That is the distance. That only my ignorance, my confusion, my delusion, my moha, my Ragadvesha, that only keeps the distance. It is not that Ishvara is away. I keep myself away out of my Ragadvesha, etc. Kama, Krodadika. In South India, in many temples, we may see this. As we enter the sanctum, the inner precincts, the shrine, the sanctum sanctorum, near we enter the temple. On either side of the entrance, you may see giant statues standing, the gatekeeper standing. One fellow says like this, the other fellow says like this. Okay? You can see the mudras there. Okay? You can enter. Okay? They don't stop, okay, but then they say, you can enter, drop all your Ragadveshas here. Drop your commitment to Ragadvesha. Then you can enter. Symbolic. Lot of symbolism, okay? So if you are not ready, keep distance, okay? Very meaningful gesture. Jaya, Vijaya and all that, Dwarapala as we say, right? So, I must be ready to drop my commitment. Even though I don't drop all my Ragadveshas, I must be ready to drop my commitment to my Ragadveshas. Then I go. So, it's not that Ishvara keeps distance from me, I keep distance from Ishvara because of my Ragadvesha. That I need to drop my commitment to that. I am a samsari, I am small, etc. I need to drop. And my notions about, my judgment about the world also I need to drop. Go as a simple the bhakta alone. And here, Ante Rishiganai Avrita is Dakṣināmūrti. Varthi Sishyas. Alright. We'll stop here. We'll continue here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purname Sishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.